swung on the pendulum of extreme productivity to intense burnout since I was 15. 7 years ago, after a solo show, this pendulum swung past burnout and tumbled into one of the darkest places that I have ever been. Just under 2 months from now, I have my first solo show since then, and I don't want to repeat old patterns. So I've decided to document the process in an effort to keep myself accountable and find balance. Welcome to episode 2 in this series. My name is Annabelle. I'm a 29-year-old artist from Victoria, Australia, and I paint landscapes in oils. If you haven't seen episode 1, I would recommend checking that one out first. You'll have a bit more context as to what we're working towards. I will link that one here for you. Let's get into the video. So today is the 15th of March and my show is going to open on the 2nd or 3rd of May. I should know that. I should probably check that. But around then at a local gallery here in my hometown. And I have until the 24th of March to submit my artist statement, name of the show, shots of 3 different pieces that are going to be in the show, and a headshot. And then by the 7th of April, I need to have pictures submitted of all of the art that's going to be in the show. So I have one more piece that I need to start and finish between now and the 7th of April. And I have one piece that I need to finish between now and the 7th of April. So I gotta get a move on because this has creeped up on me. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to sit down and figure out the name of my show and then work on my artist statement and the description of the show, which are all things that I've not done before. So I'm a little nervous. I've got no idea what to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is Google some examples and then go from there. Ooh, I like this. So I've just found an example of an artist statement online. It says, I am drawn to the tactile nature of oil paint and the slow, deliberate process it demands. My practice is rooted in observation and patience, often beginning with careful studies from life or printed references. Each painting is a conversation between colour, texture and intuition unfolding gradually on the canvas. I really like that. That obviously is someone else's statement. Just the image that that kind of evokes, I feel like that captures my approach, so I might take some inspiration from that. From the car window. I'm liking the idea of these lands will go on after, before me and after me. They were here. Everlasting. Kind of getting a little bit existential with the notion of my existence with regards to these lands in terms of the time that I spend on these lands versus how long they've been here. It's just a blip. It's inconsequential, but I'm also thinking about the nature of time. But I think what I want to capture is the not insignificance, the just how small my existence is in relation to the land. Good news, we have a title. I'm going with Here Before, Hereafter. Could be lame, could be cool. I'm going to go for somewhere in between. But I was wanting to capture the enduring and everlasting grandeur of landscapes in general, but the Australian landscape, its history, and the fact that my existence in relation to the land here and the land that I call home is fleeting. It's insignificant, and this land, these lands have existed billions of years before me and will go on after me, will go on after all of us, and that is why I love it so much. It's just that vastness, that grandeur, that magnificence. Yeah, So we're going with that. Game plan for the last few pieces of this show. I need to finish this one. There's a few bits that I need to fix up on it, which I'll show you in a sec. I need to finish this one, which has taken me a little while to decide whether or not I liked it enough to put it in this show, but I think I do. I just want to make a few adjustments and obviously add in the black cockatoos because those are sorely missing from this one. And then I need to do another big, I think it's 60 by 60 centimeter square piece. And I'm going to base it off this plein air painting I did because this is of a location very close to home. So I'm going to do a big square version of this, add a tree and obviously some more details and black cockatoos. So it is 11:30 on a Sunday. I then have to work for 4 days and then I've got a 3-day weekend. So I hope to finish this one today and make a start on the big version of this today, because in theory the big version of this will be dry enough next weekend for me to finish, and then I can just touch up a couple of bits and pieces on that last piece and maybe fix some birds in some of the other pieces and we're golden. So before we get into this piece, let's do a little run through of all the pieces that I have so far, including the 2 that I need to finish. Let's go. So there's a few things I need to fix, like here, these edges on these leaves are so sharp that you can't really tell what they're meant to be. I don't like how the base of the tree is interacting with the foreground. It's a little bit too choppy in comparison to the rest of the piece. These shadows need to be worked into the grass a bit better, and I need to refine the birds. I am really happy with the mountains and trees in the background. Yes, I need to fix this, this, and these. Let's go. So I took all those thoughts that we wrote down while we were trying to think up the title for this show and formulated my artist statement and my exhibition statement. Both of them were limited to a certain amount of words, so can't quite say everything I want to say, but I'm quite happy with what I came up with. So here they are. My practice is rooted in observation and admiration of the lands that surround me and will survive me when I'm gone. I'm mesmerized with the intuitive process of color mixing and laying paint on the canvas. Each painting is a conversation between myself, my oil paints, and the magnificent landscapes that often just pass us by. With this show, I wanted to capture the ancient Australian terrain, weathered and enduring, that stands as a quiet reminder of our impermanence. Black cockatoos fly through each painting, tying together different times and places. These works are a reflection on the endurance of time and our fleeting existence on the lands around us. As we pass through, the earth remains. Each oil painting on canvas board is a conversation between myself, the land, and the black cockatoos, silent witnesses to all that was here before and all that will remain hereafter. turns out that just setting the intention not to burn out isn't quite enough. And after a few stressful weeks at work and just grinding out paintings, I'm feeling very tired. So I've just spent a little bit of time to listen to my body and be present and grateful for my space and actually acknowledging where I am in the moment and finishing some paintings, but enjoying the process and not being so stuck up in my head. So I've also got myself a diary today. It's very cute, so that I can try to block out my time a bit more and visually be able to picture my day and see physically how many hours are going to what, so that I don't kind of get lost in that hyper productivity guilt mindset of fearing that I haven't actually done anything or done enough. So yeah, so this is me attempting to get my monkey brain to stop swinging around on that pendulum of burnout and be present and decompress. I will stop chatting for the rest of the video. We're gonna go and do some painting and just mentally decompress and endeavour not to burn out. made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for being here. You are so appreciated. And if I'm being completely honest, I am just honored that you would spend this time with me. If you're interested in seeing installment number 3 of this series where we get everything framed and varnished and actually have the show, maybe hit subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss that upload. In the meantime, there will be some more vlogs coming up where you will see me finish this piece and start on a new commission that I'll be working on. And I also have some really big news which I will share in my next video. I just want to get everything finalized, but it's very exciting and I feel very honored. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. If you want to see a bit more from me, you can find me on Instagram at Annabelle Lee Artist. I also have an email newsletter which you can sign up for down below. And I would love to hear from you about which of the pieces I've made for this show is your favorite. And if you were having a solo show, what would your theme be? I'd love to know what you guys would love to paint about or draw about as well. So I will see you in the next video. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.